Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Waking Up with Soop and Sugah. You guys are tuning into episode 93, and it is another beautiful Reset Tuesday. It is April 24th, and with me today, of course, two of my two male co-hosts. My female co-host is not here today, so get prepared for all the testosterone to flow in this room. So first off, the sexy blue titan right in front of me, DJJ Gao. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good, man. How are you?
Doing wonderful. And then that sexy hunter over there in the red to my right, it's Life on Saturn. Now, Saturn, how do you feel responsible for the fact that Thanos was raised on Titan, one of your moons?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, because are you part of the problem?
Yeah. I mean, as a parent at fault when every time when the child gets in trouble, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have kids. Can't answer that. Oh, guys, of course, I am your host, Soopkichen, and today we're gonna braze over this one real quick. It's gonna be a quick one. I think most of our talk is gonna be Walking Dead and this Venom trailer, which I don't know how to feel about. So, let's get started right away with the first segment of the morning, which, of course, is video game news.
Oh my god!
Oh man,
All right, guys.
we were almost on that beat for real, though.
So...
Good synchronization.
So, guys, we're going to start off with, of course, Destiny. And everyone went to... Not everyone, but a lot of people went to the summit. And they got a lot of information. There were a lot of videos that were later then posted. But, of course, people were... They signed stuff that said that they couldn't say too much. But apparently everyone had a good time at the summit. Everyone had good things to say. And today, in less than an hour, we're gonna be getting our reveal on Twitch, and we'll definitely be done for that because we're gonna watch that. We're part of the group that's actually excited to watch this. So guys, just real quick roundtable, everything that's coming. What are you most excited about? Let's start off with you, Gowsy.
Just everything. All the new stuff and everything. But there was something that Chris revealed at the end of one of the trailers that he saw, and he saw a ghost or a hunter with a solar staff. What's that about?
Staff.
What is that about?
So do you think that's the new gap that we bridge is like? We can do our supers.
We get to switch our elements?
Yeah, in any element.
Yeah, see, now that would be cool. I mean, to have...
So it would be cool if they did different things, okay? It would be cool if they were different. Right. If it was the same... For example, let me give you a plain example. For example, if I were to throw down my tether, but I was arc, if it didn't tether people down... Instead, if it did, like, a radius damage, almost like a Titan when they come in with their Fist of Havoc, and then there's that aftermath on the floor...
shooting lightning bolts at everybody,
right.
And they just...
That's also right. Like, that would be awesome. But if it worked the same way as Tether, where it, like, held people in...
Just a different color?
That would be almost a slap to the face. So cool. That sounds cool. Like, a fire staff, like, that's awesome. But hopefully, like, it's different. I'll be able to, like... either send it flying the way Titans do with their hammers, and then it returns to me, or I'm able to just fucking shoot fireballs out of the end of this thing.
Like a Roman candle?
Yeah. Like, that would be fucking awesome.
That would be cool.
Could you imagine, like, coming into a group and you pop? Because how many times do you, like, go into a zone, you pop, like, the first two guys, and then there's that one guy that's all the way down there, and you just can't seem to get him. It would be cool if you just turn your staff and...
Right, yeah, because they always just back up. Like, I want to get you, man, get over here. Yeah, I wish you had the little scorpion thing, get over here.
That'd be cool.
That'd be great. I know.
So Saturn, what I guess what are you most looking forward?
As far as like games in general, or Destiny.
Destiny.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if is it the Arc staff that you're talking about? Is it the new Arc staff?
So yeah,
when you say solar staff,
yeah, they might.
Yeah.
Like, there might be a solar staff. He says there was a hunter.
I mean,
that was in the air
because
and
it
he
looks like there's going to be like these crazy kung fu moves that go with it. Like I was watching this one thing. I don't know if it's the same thing, but they were doing some new moves with the staff. It was like the motion of it reminded me of Kratos with his blades on the original God of War. Kind of look cool.
So some new
God of
mocap moves. Damn, that would be pretty cool. They brought someone in, recorded some new moves, added them to the hunter for like a dodge or like no.
It's like I really can't judge until I see the live stream today.
Cool.
Once I see that, I'll know exactly.
What I'm in for. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Because I mean,
I'm excited for the most basic thing. Okay, private matches. Like that's it. That's great. That's me. That's hours of entertainment for this game. That's after.
You're a PvP guy.
I'm also a PvE guy, but give me something. Give me something to look forward to. I've done raids in the past over and over and over again because it was fun. Because it was fun to do Oryx.
Which we're getting a new addition to the raid. I'm kind of curious what that's going to be about. And then of course Argos is going to go prestige. So,
but that gear better be good. That gear better be good. Like it better be different. It better look awesome. It better like want me to want it.
Well, Argos gear is different than Leviathan gear, so I'm sure it's going to be different.
I hopefully, but like
well, I mean, look at the difference
really
between
different.
Argos and Leviathan. Look at the difference.
Yeah, there's a difference. But do you remember the difference between, Vault of Glass and Oryx? One had you looking like you came out of the hive mind, and the other had you looking like you just stepped off of Mercury, a fresh fucking Vex.
Right. Yep. Yep.
And there was so much going on. I think that's what's so up with this gear. It doesn't have all that momentum around it. Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for the basic. I just don't want to be disappointed by anything. I don't want to be hyped about a new subclass that I'm not going to get, a new enemy that it might be a reskin. Honestly,
well,
I'm going
in that article that I read, they said it was not going to be a reskin.
And again, I'm just like, technically, if you infect the hive with Siva, it's not a reskin; it's a new enemy. But we fought Hive before, and we fought Siva.
Right.
So it wouldn't be a reskin.
I'm like you. You know what? I mean, I'm excited about it, but I'm not going to be overly excited so that I'm not going to be like, let down. I mean, they have to do something major to bring everybody back because a lot of people drifted away, and they need to bring them back. They need to do something that brings them back.
Hopefully this reveal stream will have us talking. Next bit of video game news, moving away from a game that's at a standstill and has its engines getting revved up for the hype train. Where the hype train has already hit the station and you are enjoying is God of War.
Dude, such a good game. That I recommend that one. That is a recommendation from Gal to get Gal.
Is it Quit Destiny good?
I haven't been on Destiny since it came out. If that answers your question, I mean, it's great. They did such a good job. I mean, Kratos looks older. He's heavier. Just his interaction with Atreus, his son. I mean, there's one thing
Atreus.
That, he keeps saying boy, and it's like, okay. Get it, you don't have to say that so much, but other than that, they did a great job.
Maybe it's not his son. Is it his son or is it like an adopted son?
It's his son,
like by birth, straight up.
You just gotta watch the. You just got.
Did you play that? Did you get to play that level where you're rocking it in the bed?
No, that was not there yet. There was something that went into the past a little bit, but that was just during the game where God, I don't want to give anything away. Ooh. But it was a thing that Atreus went through that Kratos didn't hear, but then when he went into this one area, like almost like another realm, he could hear what Atreus was saying to his saying. So, you know, and then you're like, wow, that was kind of deep. You know, it's kind of sad. You know, but they just did a really good job, and I thought I was going to miss the Blades of Chaos, and I don't.
That axe is satisfying.
And you know, I'm still trying to get the leveling up bit down because it's kind of hard for me, you know, because it's like you got all these things that you can upgrade, and which is the best, and should I do this, should I do that now, you know, it does let you play your own style. You know, you can run certain armor that does this if that's the way you play, or certain armor that you can do this if that's the way you play. But overall, man, 9.9.
9.9.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah, it's great.
Well, let me know when you're not playing it so I can.
It's gonna be a while. I mean, I'm hooked.
He's hooked.
You know, and it's like I feel like I've done a lot so far, and I don't even think I'm putting a dent in it yet. You know, because there's a certain area where you can travel to different realms. You have to unlock, and I've only unlocked one, and I've been through all this already. And I'm like, okay, this is only one realm, and now there's like what, 8 more? Oh, wow! It's a good game. I love it.
Nice. So there you go.
The only reason I don't give it a 10 is because he says boy too much.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's a word. However you associate it.
Do you want him to be address him as person without...
No, he could say son, but I mean, if you play it, you'll understand what I'm saying when you hear boy.
Okay.
You'll understand what I'm...
But and
it's
then,
like, okay.
Okay, all right, we'll see. I'm saying that.
But
listen here,
overall,
mortal without
gameplay,
6 games of backstory.
Storyline, gameplay, graphics, fighting mechanics, the enemies, and their different strengths, because there's green bars, yellow bars, and purple bars, and those purple bars, whoa, they are a pain in the ass. Damn. Especially, I'm in this one part right now where I'm on a little platform, maybe the size of, I don't know, a living room and kitchen, you know, just a little area.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to grab this little thing that's floating in the air, and these 2 purple bars come out, and there's nowhere to go. And I mean, they are basically one-hit kills. And there's 2 of them. And you're stuck on this little platform, and I mean, I'm getting my ass handed to me. I'm still trying to figure out how to get out of that one.
Oh wow! All right, well,
so it's not easy. It's fun. And there's tedious parts, like there's chests, and there, you know, how before when God of War you go to a chest, it's either green, blue, or red. You just hold it, and you're like, and it just pops open.
Yeah.
Right. Well, these, you can punch through the little ones, you just break them, boom, they're done. But then there's other ones you just, like, they're made out of cement, or so they slide off like a cement casket top. They just slide off, and boom, you go in there. And then there's other ones where they have these glue glowing symbols on them, and there's matching bells with the symbols on it around the area, and you have to throw your axe. And you have to hit
at the right
bell. No, they all have to be chiming all at once.
Okay.
For it to work, because they only last so long, and then they get their symbol back on it. I mean, they're other sides of the arena. Like, one would be way over to the left, one would be way up high, and one would be way over to the right.
Damn.
And you got to throw your axe. You got to hit, ding, ding, ding. You got to throw it. And Rudy, clanmate of ours, I was having difficulties with one, and he said, why don't you throw your axe and hit the bell and let it stick to the wall behind it, and then go stand over by another bell and then pull your axe back. So I pull it back, ding, that bell, I got it right away, ding, and then throw it, ding, and it worked. And I was like, oh, that was great. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that on all of them.
Okay.
But some of them are just in such different areas that it's all timing, you know, because you got to move your character, and you got to aim through the cursor and just throw it. You got to hit that bell just right and pull it back at the right time. And
okay.
So it takes work.
All
but
right.
It's a good game. Yeah, I just love it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, yeah, I definitely, I'm gonna might try to like Redbox it or some shit. Guys,
I would.
Redwood.
I would buy it. I would buy it. I would buy it. I'd buy it.
You'd buy it?
Yep.
I'll see. We'll see. Last thing here. Monster Hunter World got a big update. New armor, new weapons, new monsters. Update 3.0 for the PS4. It also brings sieges. And new type of limited quest for up to 16 players. So definitely stuff going on in Monster Hunter World, and I'm definitely gonna might be doing that later today, because I've been playing Wildlands, which I haven't even done the Sam Fisher mission yet. So Chris, if you want to do that later. Guys, the last that's it for video game news. Now we're gonna cross over to the one bit of Cinemadness news we have some extended time to talk about, which is gonna be this Venom trailer. Saturn, next segment.
Cinemadness.
I like the way you panicked there for a second.
I know, right? I saw the trailer at work, and there were things I liked when I definitely, I don't know, I think I like his voice, the accent he's got going on.
That's an accent? No, that is not an accent. Okay,
well, whatever it is,
it's like, because that's the first thing.
I think I like it.
Soop bitched about when he first came out. Oh, I hate his voice.
And if you stay, you only fight bad guys. Like,
okay, I think what it is it's the actions behind the voice. Like, he acts squirrely in the previews, you know, like he's squirmish. He's not the bully he was, you know. He's not.
But look at this. It's like this big swole guy that's got like the mindset of a 6-year-old.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I guess the only thing like that I had good to say when I first saw the Venom trailer was I know for sure that Venom looks cool. Like, when he put on the suit, that was cool. But I'm still not sure how I feel about what I saw, you know?
Okay, so, I mean, we started with some really bad voice. Like, I don't know if it's the lines that were written for him and how simple they were written. Like, you have to blend in order to be disguised, and you do a crappy job. Like, was it the writing, or is it just the way like he like delivered that line?
Could it be the directing, maybe?
No, it's not the directing. It's either the person who wrote the line or it's the person who's saying the line. So
doesn't the director say, I want you to say it like this?
I guess, but
right? So it doesn't even I want you to talk like you're that dude that wears glasses on Robot Chicken. Can you talk like him? Because if you could talk like him, and then when you turn into Venom, you're all big and bad. So we get the idea that it changes your personality. Can you do that?
God, I just feel like it feels like.
Well, at least it's not in the MCU. At least we could say that.
Okay, that's the other thing, though. I don't know if you like paid attention to the beginning of this trailer. But after it's Sony, it goes in association with Marvel.
Yeah, that was interesting, huh? That was the first time I ever saw that.
What did they do? They don't want to put their hands on it.
No, what did they do though? Like, that's what my question. Like, where in association with Marvel, what did Marvel come in and do?
Copyrights of Venom.
Yeah, Venom, pretty much. That's pretty much what
they have copyrights of Venom, but Marvel's like, I'm not touching that one because we have all this cool shit over here, and you screwed this up. So you go over here with Sony, and we'll just say that you can use our name because Venom.
Right. To me, in association with Marvel means that we're using Marvel's property, and we're taking several of Marvel's stories and butchering them. You know, so that's it's pretty much what I think it is. It definitely is not the Venom storyline we all love. I can tell you that because he doesn't start in San Francisco, and he's not a pussy.
He definitely doesn't. Like, this is Eddie Brock does seem
Although
like...
I agree with
For a
Saturn that Venom did look good at the end of that last bit of trailer where his full face came into...
Yeah, that was my only hope. I was
Correct.
like, holy crap, that looked
End
cool.
of the trailer, they set him up. You know, who the fuck are you? He's like, we are Venom. So,
Yeah.
This one for me, Venom for me, guys, on the screen right here, right now, I would say 8 out of 10. Definitely better than Eric Foreman's Venom, right?
Yeah, what's his name? Topher Gracer or something like that?
Yeah, Topher Grace.
And so definitely better, like definitely.
And even his Venom looked cool. I mean,
he
just wasn't buff. You know what I mean? He was like, his Venom was like the black Spidey suit with teeth on it. That's what it was. I mean, it looked cool.
Yeah.
It just wasn't huge, you know. And this Venom, this new Venom, the one thing we're not seeing yet is how big Venom is. I think
That's true.
We have.
But
all we saw was freaking.
I feel he might get bigger. I feel like it'll be something almost Bane-like where he can
what did they
increase
call
or
it?
decrease his
Symbiote?
size. Oh, that's another thing
symbiote.
no, they called it symbiote. Isn't that what they called it? Here, we have to
A symbiote or a symbiote, or they said it all wrong.
They butchered the shit out of symbiote.
Because we were laughing. It's like, oh, that must be the same person that says tomato.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the line. Here's the line.
Good. That's good.
Here we go.
You suck. Whoever you are.
I work at the Life Foundation, and I need your help. We found something. We call them symbiotes.
Symbiotes. Like, they're symbiotes. They're not symbiotes, okay? Like symbiotes. Like, and then they repeat it multiple times. Symbiotes.
To make sure that that's the way we're supposed to say it.
Like,
now.
is Eddie Brock working with the off-brand stuff? Like,
right? It's like when you type a sentence into the computer and the computer reads it back wrong. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those.
Even the computer goes, no, it's symbiote. What the hell are you talking about?
Fucking symbiote.
Did you mean symbiote?
Did you mean symbiote? It's crazy, dude. I'm telling you. Can't get hot Cheetos. We got hot puffs.
Yep.
We got the off-brand
Cheetos.
We couldn't afford symbiotes.
We couldn't afford Cheetos. We had to get Cheetos.
Oh,
we had to get symbiotes. Damn, that's fucked up. That is really fucked up.
Shitbiotes.
Shitbiotes. He looks cool. I mean, hopefully we'll get like an extended jaw, because that's really what I wanted, right? I wanted, because those, like, that bottom jaw extends further than the upper jaw on Venom. And then, like we said, we don't know how big he's gonna get, because he gets pretty beefy.
Yeah, you can see how he'd get bigger.
Yeah.
Just by looking at the previews, I feel like my prediction is that they're literally just gonna use Brock, like, extending his Venom arm in a way to fight throughout the whole movie until the end.
Until the end.
You know.
Said, yeah. Obviously we didn't get like a torso up shot, but
no, I'm sure he's wearing blue jeans.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it didn't look like he had the white spider symbol on his chest yet. Do we think he's gonna get that by the end of the movie? And why do we think he's gonna get it? Because the symbiote hasn't attached itself to Peter Parker, so it doesn't know how to web swing.
I'm almost seeing that we're not going to get the full Venom till like near the end of the movie, which is probably for them gearing up because they want to do another one.
Now,
well, I feel like this is Venom that has nothing to do with Spider-Man. I don't think they're ever going to show Spider-Man. That's what I feel. And without Spider-Man, because Venom is envious of Spider-Man.
But that's
without
Sony.
Spider-Man,
It's still
he's
Sony,
never
though,
he's never going to get that spider symbol. I just feel like this is in a completely different universe where it's just Venom. Like, they're just taking the character and making him.
They're going to cross over.
What up, guy?
They're going to cross him over.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel because they both belong to Sony. Like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not cross them over? Like,
they're going to meet.
Spider-Man doesn't belong to Marvel. Marvel's just using him. We like the way they're using him, but in the end, that's Sony's baby. So, here's my prediction. I think we're going to see Venom get that white spider symbol on his chest. And it's going to be because Eddie Brock is going to be, like, watching the... Like, I bet you, okay, in association with Marvel is we might get to see maybe, like, news or like either television news or radio news about what's happening in New York as far as Thanos and the Infinity War.
Right. Well, that crashed spaceship that they show at the beginning of both the teaser and the trailer, I said it last time when we talked about it, and I heard other people make the prediction too online, so I'm not the only one who thinks that looks like that circle thing on the Infinity War trailer, that big circle thing that lands in New York, and Spider-Man's like, whoa, I need a distraction on the bus, and he goes to it. That looks like the same thing in the Venom trailer. You know?
So are we thinking that the crossover is that deep? Like, because this movie does come out
know.
after Infinity War. I was just going to say that that's when, like, Eddie Brock sees... Because Eddie Brock's an anti-hero. In his mind, he's doing good. So that's when he, like, sees Spider-Man on the television fighting, you know, and that's when he, like, makes his own symbol on his chest. Because that's, like, he's like,
right,
I want to be like that.
Because he also swings around. He swings around like Spider-Man.
Exactly.
And you didn't see that in the trailer.
Yeah. So I think that's how it's gonna, which is gonna suck, but whatever.
I can almost see that.
Yeah. I questioned Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock as well, just because, like, at first I was like, okay, I can kind of see it, right? And then we see the trailer, and then I was like, yes, he's a reporter, like, cool. And then it turns out he's cool. He's still a reporter, but he's like a television reporter. I thought he was going to be like a journalist reporter, right? But no, he ends up looks like he's a television reporter, and by the sounds of it, his vocabulary isn't very advanced either. The mental fight that Eddie Brock is having with the what do they call him?
I can't even
symbiote.
Say it.
The symbiote, the
symbiote.
So it sounds like a little brother and a big brother, like, having a fucking fight. Like, I don't know. Also,
right.
how do you guys feel about the Venom voice? The voice that talks to Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
It sounds a little demonic, which I think is kind of cool. I kind of wish
it kind
they
of
gave
sound
him...
like it had a... Did it have a hiss to it, or is that just me?
I think that's what I wanted. I want to hear more of a hiss to the voice.
Well, the thing that gets me is everybody who I saw online, everyone who is sharing this. I mean, everyone's they love it. I don't know why people love this so much, because I'm still confused. But everyone's like, "Oh man, it's gonna be dark and twisted." I have heard dark and twisted so many times this morning. It's crazy, and I'm like, okay, dark and twisted is if I saw some storyline for Carnage in there murdering people's asses, but like I got a very campy, dumb feeling from Eddie Brock, and I feel like it's gonna be a campy movie, not dark.
Yeah,
you know.
I wonder if they're like, yeah, it's true. It's one of those things.
I don't know.
If you say it enough, it'll be true.
Yeah, right.
You mean like a Lethal Weapon movie?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
After 3. So
it definitely needs to be darker. That's for sure. Yeah.
So we'll see, but I definitely got the story. It looks like we're doing the Lethal Protector storyline. For those of you who guys aren't aware from the comics, I don't know. Are you aware of the Lethal Protector storyline, Saturn?
Maybe not by name. What is that?
So the Life Foundation basically takes the symbiote that Eddie Brock has, and they clone it. They like basically split it up and create 5 more symbiotes.
Oh, that's right. And there's all different types of Venom-looking creatures.
Correct. I think there's like 2 females, 2 males, and one was like, I think, a being from another planet.
Is that how
I do
Carnage
remember
happened?
this because
No, Carnage is
came
different.
shortly after this.
No, Carnage came before this.
Really?
Yes, because Carnage is actually just a little piece of Venom. Or no, take it back. Carnage is a whole different symbiote that came, and inhabited Cletus Cassidy in prison. So, yeah, I mean they might make one of the Lethal Five Carnage instead of the alien dude.
Instead of what, like the green Venom.
Yeah, I don't remember their names. The idea of like multiple Venoms for me was like I read that storyline for like maybe 3 comics and then I kind of put it down. The same way like when Anti-Venom came out, I read it for a little bit and then put it down, and then Flash Thompson got the symbiote and he was Agent Venom, and I read that for a little bit, put it down, and then he joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of cool because he like went out into space and ended up on a planet with like other symbiotes and learned about the symbiote. And it was really cool. And then it went back to Eddie Brock for some reason, and now I haven't been on Venom for a while. But yeah, I just we'll see. But I think yeah, they're gonna do. This might be like, this might be a thing where, because that's how Eddie Brock it looks like he went in after hours, right? And then he was trying to find some shit to report on, and then that crazy chick broke out. And then she kind of gave him the cooties, and then he started having the Venom symptoms. So we'll see if like the sequel is just going to involve like these other experiments that we see during this movie, and then Eddie Brock has to like fight them or bring them down.
Sequel.
Says sequel, right? Yeah, no, yeah.
Sequel.
So this is still a $5 matinee for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not going to spend $13 to see this thing in 3D. Like, it's cool. $5 matinee will do.
I hear you. I'm kind of feeling the same way, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Agreed.
Because I didn't feel pumped after this. Yeah, after this, I had questions.
I definitely had questions, yeah. So, we'll see. I'm still like, are we just gonna see Venom fight a whole bunch of like dudes the whole movie?
It seems like it.
I want him to throw down against at least another symbiote.
Yeah.
At the very least. So guys, we'll get Infinity War. Moving on to better news. Infinity War in a couple days.
Oh, I can't even wait, dude. I can't handle it.
Right? Like, today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, bitches. 3 days!
Thursday night for some theaters.
I've already...
Yeah, it's gonna break the records.
I've already committed to seeing this movie twice. At least twice. Going Friday or Saturday, one of those nights with Sugah. And then we're taking the boy to see it on Tuesday.
Boy.
So yeah, the boy. Yeah, we use that a lot too.
Wow.
So that like
and that's why you get a 9.9.
So that's at least 5 tickets that I'm buying to go see this movie. And for the first 2, I'm going all out. I want to do 3D IMAX. The chair's gonna blow me during the middle of the movie. Like, I'm paying the time.
Yeah. Where's that theater? I'll travel for that.
So I'm going all out.
Cumberland Head.
Nice. That's our theater, Cumberland Head. But that's good. That's good. That's marketing for them.
Yeah. So definitely, guys, something that I'm gonna go all out for the first time. I want the experience. I want the full screen, the sound in my ears. I want my ears to bleed every time Thanos talks. And then we'll do it again in regular 3D. Because it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be fucking worth it.
Oh yeah.
It is going to be good. It's going to be a good movie.
It's going to be
I'm
so
telling you,
good.
it's going to break the records. It's going to break records.
It's going to break records.
Speaking of movies that are worth it, Lyd and I, we went on a date the other day, and then we saw A Quiet Place. And let me tell you, that movie's fucking awesome.
Fucking awesome. Good. I like it.
I had an expectation for it. I was like, I pretty much felt like I knew what they were going to do. Not to mention they're taking the minimalist approach, which means, if there's no sound throughout the whole movie and then there's a sound, you're going to jump out of your seat. But no, it was good, and it left me with questions, but in a good way. Like, I was like, man, I need to see a sequel that explains more about this shit. Nice. It was good. It was really good.
So yeah,
was it as good as Atomic Blonde?
No,
nobody
nothing.
has seen yet.
Atomic Blonde.
I haven't seen Atomic Blonde or A Quiet Place, so either way, I can't really say. Guys,
I thought when Chris said it was good, you were gonna run out and go see it. Then
I've been busy. I haven't had time.
Netflix. They need it.
They need it. The last thing I want to talk about here before we move on quickly to The Walking Dead is guys. So I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad because the Russos have basically confirmed that there is no Lady Death in the Avengers movie. Joe Russo, Joe Russo says we're telling the story of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, not the Marvel Comic Universe. Like growing up, I'm a huge comic book fan. I still have my entire collection in my closet. For me, I'm not interested as a director or as a comic book fan in a literal interpretation of the book. I know that the story that I've read. I'm not going to go to the theater and be surprised by it. We're interested in surprising you, borrowing elements and the mojo from it, but in completing this giant mosaic of the story that's being told in these movies, not in these books. Which is why Death is not in this film.
Oh my god. They told me no Silver Surfer, and I was like okay with that, but come on, Death is a huge portion of the story. If he what? Oh my god. Like I hate that excuse so much. He's like, we're not looking to make the comic book. I mean, what the hell are you doing then? Like, nobody wants to see your stupid MCU. We want to see the comic book. Like, I mean, oh my god. Because the reason that Thanos does that is because, there's too much, Death says that there's more people living than dead, and that's a problem. So she gets Thanos, she resurrects him, and Silver Surfer sees this in a dream, and she resurrects him to go and kill people on planets to balance out the universe. And in between, he starts collecting Infinity Stones. I mean, he becomes more powerful than her, and he loves her, and she becomes angry with him. So he keeps trying to impress her. She keeps turning her back, and then he wipes out half the population to win her over. Like, half the population is gone. He just does it with the gauntlet, and it's so cool. Like, how could they not have Death? Like, I don't understand. He's in love with her. It's like Death is a big portion of his storyline too, as well as Infinity
That's
Stones.
like Romeo and Juliet not being, Capulets and Montagues. Like, there's no reason then there. Like, it's not
I'm
there.
fucking lost. Like, I mean, I'm still gonna love the movie, but I do not like that excuse. I don't like that excuse at all.
I don't like the excuse either. For the same element that it's like, cool, if that wasn't going to surprise you, then why didn't you have someone else collect the Infinity Gauntlet for the first time instead of Thanos? Like,
right?
Like, that would have been surprising and different to see on the screen. So, I don't know. It's cool, I guess. We'll see in the end. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is throwing us off. Maybe they will. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I won't know how I feel about this until I see the movie. But Thanos better have a good goddamn reason for wanting to wipe out half the entire fucking universe. Because right now he has no reason. He has no reason. And the bad guy with no reason to do what he does is like, You can't have that. That's story writing 101. So, god damn it.
Wow.
Wow. Guys, let's back away from this, and then we'll see what happens after Friday, and then we'll discuss.
This weekend. Yep.
Yeah, we'll discuss when we're gonna do this review because Jesus fuck. Let's talk about also death, guys. Much death. Well, the walking death. So let's go into the last segment, and we got 15 minutes for this segment, guys. We're gonna braze over it.
I don't think it's gonna last that long.
Okay, and this last segment of the day is, of course, the walking filler. All right, so we definitely caught the end. I definitely caught the end. I definitely caught the end of the second to last episode. Holy shit! Simon fights Negan. Simon loses, even though that motherfucker started all bullshitty. And then he gets his head put on a fucking pike. Not on a pike. Sorry, his body on a fence. Like that was fucking awesome. Maybe we'll see him every now and again when we go back, or maybe we just got to see him that one time, and then the saviors won't put the zombies up anymore. I don't know. So I guess that episode was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good. It was good because we also got to see Eugene. Right? He got taken by Rosita and Daryl.
Puked on her.
And then completely puked on her. Isn't that like I've never thought of that? Like in a kidnapping situation, just puke on your kidnapper and run. I'd like.
Not only is it a good escape plan, but it leaves your DNA all over them.
Like, there you go. Evidence and a getaway.
Yep.
So that was pretty awesome to watch. I didn't like the way they kind of just dropped it, right? They were all adamant about getting Eugene, and then when they lost Eugene, it didn't really look like they tried hard to find Eugene. It was cool the way Eugene got away. Right? He covered himself up with some ashy dead bodies. That was cool. Yep. But that's the only scene we saw when they were looking for Eugene. After that, we never really saw them look for Eugene ever again. They were just back at the hilltop getting ready for the attack.
Yeah. Well, would you look for Eugene?
I'm just saying, like, that whole kidnapping, puking stuff was like, filler.
Enough to never get looked for, that's for sure, yeah.
Filler. Like, it's something that we did, and then we took it back, and we ate up time, so that's cool. Right? It's like saying I have to fill my day. Like, I woke up today, and I have to do something in order for the day to fucking end. So I'm gonna go buy something, come home, and then return it. And then come home again, because that'll eat up time. That's what that was for me. Because they completely dropped it. And then he went back and made bullets with a vengeance. Even though he didn't really. And then cool. Last episode comes around. We're pumped. Negan has got the reins. He found out Dwight is a traitor. We used Dwight. We're gonna get to everyone. We're gonna nail them all. And I don't know about you, but at the beginning of this, Negan had so many people. Rick had so many people. It looked like there was going to be, the title was misleading, an all-out war. We get to the last scene of this all-out war. Negan has what, like 10, 12 dudes?
He had more than that.
And then, like, we saw maybe like a total of 20 people on the Savior side. And a total of maybe like 20 people on Rick's side.
Are you talking about when they came up over the hill?
Yeah.
It looked like more than that, but I get your point.
Like, it was like a dozen dudes who took it in the face with the bad bullets. Spoiler alert, Eugene was making bad bullets with the priest. The priest gets his vision back. Hallelujah, he can see again. And then Negan, like, 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 he can see aga What else? Rick kills Negan, but not really. We're gonna save Negan. That I'm cool with. Very comic appropriate. The only thing I felt that wasn't necessary that I now think is filler for next season is Maggie, the Hilltop, and Daryl wanting to take down Michonne and Rick.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Like, I think this is filler. I think this group is gonna have a grudge with Rick and Michonne, but not for long. Maybe for like half the season.
Yeah, because they're not.
And then it's
like,
gonna
going out
end
for vengeance.
Right, and then it's gonna end, and then we ate up half the season, and then I bet you Jesus is gonna be the guy that's like, "Hey Rick, here's what Maggie and Daryl are doing." Like, I bet you Jesus is gonna be the guy to like try to talk reason between both groups, and then everything's gonna get straightened out, and we're gonna be happy again. We're gonna be halfway through the season, and then maybe we'll get the Whispers, but I'm not sure. The Whispers will be kind of cool. Why? Because my favorite character is still around, Negan. Negan is going to be a big part of the Whispers if they do it right. And if not, he's going to stay locked up in a jail cell. So we'll see what they do with the next season. The ending for this season for me was a little anticlimactic. It started off with a war and tigers mauling people down and people being beaten and the shit out of with baseball bats, and it ended very, very mild. It's like we started with whips, chains, and harnesses, and then we ended with soft massages. Massages. It's massages with sausages, okay? So I just this season for me was a roller coaster that ended like a car ride, What'd you think of this season, Gal?
It was good. It was better than some of the past seasons. I mean, it was pretty good. I was all geared up for an all-out war, and it was over in 5 minutes. And I thought,
right, same. A lot of foreplay, and then it's like it's over. Oof, damn.
Yeah, that was it.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
So, yeah, I read reports that new showrunner, they're losing people, they're losing viewers. Man, this is a big why, and Kyle's thing was his dislike was Rick using Carl to stop Negan, and then fucking Rick just coming out and just slicing the shit out of Negan's neck, like the fact that Rick had to scoop that low just to win a fight with Negan, and then pull him back. It was worse than a sucker punch at that point, really.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
I mean, is it too late for Rick to wake up out of a dream from season 3 and keep going from there?
Definitely not. It never is. It never
is. It could be 2 more seasons from now, and he wakes up and it was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
Yep.
But I don't know if you guys noticed, but I think we have a system update for our PS4s.
Oh man!
Well, so if we're gonna do this Twitch thing, we better update our system so that it's gonna shut off this stuff and all that stuff. So
there you go.
Cut the show short.
And there's our cue. Well, I don't know about short. Yep. I think we're basically done.
Yeah, we're good.
We'll get the new season of The Walking Dead come in October. Yep. What do you guys think? What do you, I can't imagine. I can't imagine The Walking Dead ever coming back the way it came back when Negan was around, because the most exciting episode was the first episode of season 7, where Glenn got his face beat in, and then the last episode of that season when we were getting ready for All Out War. I want to say season 7 was pretty fucking awesome.
Well, maybe this new season they're going to bring out those people you were talking about that wear the skins of other.
Yeah, the Whispers. So Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll start
okay,
off
but on
strong.
that note, we should go.
All right, guys. You guys can catch DJ updating his PlayStation or on Facebook at Dave Jersey, Plattsburgh, New York. And then also, guys, Twitter at DJ Gao. Life on Saturn. You guys can go ahead and catch all this stuff on YouTube. It's Life on Saturn _LOS. And you guys can find him everywhere else, social media. Life on Saturn, LOS. Guys, I'm Soopkichen. That's SOOPKICHEN. You guys can find me here on Twitch Tuesdays. And then, of course, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Soopkichen. Guys, thank you for tuning in. However, tuning in was live here on Twitch or later on YouTube. We appreciate the support. We are out of here. See you next week when we got more time. Peace.
And go to your local comic shops on May 5th. It's Free Comic Book Day.
Oh, Free Comic Book Day, May 5th. Do it up. Woo!
Nice.